Crypto Twitter says it's over. Chart says something very different, guys. Sounds like everybody is selling all of their crypto at the bottom. I never really get why you would do such a thing. You see a bottom and you think, well, perfect time to sell. It's crazy, yes? You've been building your position for years. You've been putting in the research, putting in the time, listening to all kinds of KOLs, listening to your intuition, listening to your own research, and then when you see this perfect bottom, you sell. Crazy. Lows like these are where money is made. You hear all those great stories about people getting very rich on crypto. Well, they bought in lows. They didn't sell bottoms. And okay, this all sounds very nice. Yeah, it's a nice thesis. Buy the lows, sell the highs. But how does this work? And I hear you think, well, Jochem, aren't we just going lower? Isn't the bear market starting right now? I'm here to tell you, no, of course not. Guys, the charts are telling me a whole different story than the sentiment on crypto Twitter is. Let's take a look and see if you think so as well. Come on, guys. I am not a certified financial advisor. Anything I say is for entertainment purposes only. Talking a big game? Easy. Backing it up? Well, we can back it up. If we have a look at this chart here, and this is actually the most important chart there is, in my opinion. Of course, there are a lot of indicators, a lot of trend lines, but this chart is the most important chart in my opinion. This chart is what I am using as an analyst and what many analyst friends of mine are using as well. I combined three things in this chart. It's the global net liquidity, so not the global M2, but the global net liquidity. The global net liquidity tells you how much money is really in the system. Global M2 could also be Federal Reserve reserves. Yes, it's not really money in the market, ready to hit the markets. Global net liquidity is the amount of money ready to hit the markets, in the market. So especially for risk assets like crypto, global net liquidity tells you the real story. I've made an overlay of the global net liquidity on the Bitcoin chart to see how they march together. And then of course I have the RSI Divergence indicator, which is also really important for us right now. Let's start with global net liquidity. You see here that this orange line is the global net liquidity. And the candles line, the green and red lines, is Bitcoin. You see Bitcoin took a deep dive. But if you look at the orange line, you see it marches together with Bitcoin perfectly. You see? Global net liquidity goes up, Bitcoin goes up. Global net liquidity goes down, Bitcoin goes down. And if you look at this chart, Bitcoin isn't doing anything crazy. It's just following global net liquidity. Then how do I know Bitcoin will go up? Alts will go up. Well, it's easy, yes? Have a look at global net liquidity. We're at the bottom here and it goes up. So, am I a fortune teller? How do I know it will go up in the future? Well, it already has gone up. This chart is made on a 75-day offset. I've showed you in earlier videos that I've made this chart and how to use it. It's under the name Trail to Crypto, on indicators, on TradingView. You can use it yourself and just put the offset at 75. Why 75 days? Well, risk assets like Bitcoin tend to follow global net liquidity in 75 days. Yes? So, the net liquidity goes up and risk assets take a little bit of time to follow. 75 days. Could also be 50 days or 100 days. There's a 25 days buffer. But 75 days, if you look at this offset, it follows it kinda perfectly. If we look at this, we also know this is the bottom. We also know we have a little bit of going back and forth. We're in the middle of it. And we see here, by the 23rd of February, we need to go up. We see here the 6th of February, today, the absolute bottom. Absolute bottom. We'll go up a little bit, then hit that bottom again at around 22nd or 23rd of February. Remember, 25-day buffer, so it could be half March. But after half March, we go up. Could even be 23rd of February. And for me, doesn't sound crazy 23rd of February, because this is a bottom like many of you have never seen before. Let's have a look, because you see it marches here perfectly, but did it do so in the past? Yes, it did. So it actually always marches to global net liquidity. It's why we use it. Analysts like me use this chart to take a little peep into the future. So another very, very bullish indicator at the moment is the RSI Divergence indicator. Look, we are oversold, yeah? We are at 22. Everything beneath this line is oversold territory. And if we're oversold, that's actually very bullish, because look, we were oversold here in November, yeah? It's here on the chart, and we went up, yeah? We went up from 80K to 93K, yeah? All the way up to 97K. So 80K up to 97K after being oversold. We're even more oversold right now. So bullish. Okay, but is this always like this? Yes, of course. Look, March, maybe February 25 we were oversold. Here, and we ran up from 78K all the way to 126K. So 78K to 126K after being oversold. So very, very bullish indicator. Okay, but there's a chart circulating X right now bringing mayhem. Ran Neuner shared it, and it's from our crypto. Let's have a look at it and see if this is true and why this brings so much mayhem. Look, you see this is a trend, yeah? It's what I talked about in my bear market video a couple of months back. Yeah, me not really believing in a bear market, because look, every time there is a cycle top, the next low will be higher than the cycle top. This makes crypto such a good investment. You buy, you wait a couple of years, and you're up a lot. What our crypto is saying and what Ran Neuner is saying is like, okay, but we have a cycle top now and we're going under it. That would break the trend. That would break crypto. It's not true. It's how you read this chart, yeah? Look, 2013, yeah, cycle top. 2018, yes, cycle top. 2021, yes, cycle top. We can all agree on this, yes? So, let's have a look. Cycle top 2013, yeah? Then we went back down. Wanted to go up in 2018, new cycle top. Then the new low of 2018 can't be lower than the cycle top in 2013, which it isn't. The new low, 3K, cycle top, 1163. Yes, this holds up. Next top, 21 at 69K. Whole of a lot more, yeah? Last stop, 15K, new low, 16K. So again, higher than the last stop. The thing is that people are now reading this as if we had a new cycle top in 24, around 70K. But there weren't any indicators that we were at a cycle top. We didn't see a cycle top yet. If we would have seen a cycle top yet, yes, okay, then we were at the risk of going under the last top. But we didn't see a cycle top yet. This was just a Trump pump. We still need to see the cycle top. Is this just my opinion? No, of course not. We didn't see any indicator telling us the bull run was at the top. No, we just didn't have the old season yet. This chart, good chart. Thesis, rubbish if you ask me. Last stop, 69K. So we can't go lower than the top in 2018, 15K. We're a long way from that at 70K momentarily. Yeah? So nothing to be worried about, guys. Really nothing to be worried about. Look at the global net liquidity again, and you see we will go up a lot. Really a lot. Yeah? I see here in April we should be around 112K for Bitcoin. So nothing to worry about. We're golden.